listen up. I was sitting there, I was thinking about this, and I wanted to just share this with you all. I had a conversation with a parent earlier this evening, and we were talking about how good a parent they are. Basically talking about the things that they do and the lengths that they go to on behalf of their child. Why? Because for them, they want to make sure that their child has opportunities that they didn't have, or that they may not have had. Or I know as a dad, a lot of times my thing is that I want my children to be able to avoid some of the pitfalls that I've had to step in by some of the choices and decisions that I try to make as a result, as it relates to them. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, as parents, that's a wonderful desire to have, that our children will do better than we did, that they'll go further than we went, that they'll be able to escape some of the nonsense. Maybe I'm only speaking for myself, because trust me, I've been through some nonsense. But maybe they get to avoid that. Nothing wrong with that desire at all. Right?
Yes, sir.
Parents, you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. We got that out the way. Kids, listen to me carefully. You have no excuses. None. You can be living in a $500,000 house, or you could be living in a cardboard shed down on Peachtree. You could have had steak, if you eat meat, or fish, or if you're vegan, you could have had the best of the best for dinner. Or you could have had a ketchup and mayonnaise sandwich for dinner. You could go to school where your parents are shelling out thousands of dollars for you every year to attend that school. Or you could be in a school where every day you go in and it's like a war zone. You don't know if today is going to be the day that you're going to get tested and have to really man up or woman up to defend yourself. You could wear the best of clothing. Your parents could be shelling out dollars for you to wear Jordans or whatever is the latest and the greatest. Or you can be like others where, you know, you got one pair of sneakers and, you know, you're practically walking on the ground with them. It doesn't matter which extreme you exist in, you have no excuses. None. I just thought about it, you know, as in mentioning, you know, Mr. Graham coming in the door, and, you know, and you think about military people that are on a moment's notice. In a moment's notice, everything for them can change. No matter how much they've trained, no matter how prepared they are, no matter what their rank is, no matter how many awards they've received, it doesn't matter. In one moment, it can all change. You are without an excuse. You have no excuse to not do your best. No excuse. I can show you and introduce you to people that come from all parts of that spectrum that I described, different ends of it. People that had to use the fire hydrant in New York City to take a bath with. Or people who have folks waiting on them hand and foot at home. And I can show you in both cases, you have people there whose lives turn out wonderful, and people whose lives turn out like, what were they thinking? You have no excuse. You also have no obstacle in front of you that you cannot get over, get around, get through, get under. None. It is entirely up to you. I told that parent, she was talking about how She, you know, maybe the problem with the kid sometimes is that she does all the stuff she does. I said, no, stop, 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 stop. You're doing what you do as a parent. At the end of the day, that child has to make a decision about how they're going to handle that. You are without an excuse. But there's also nothing that can stop you. But you got to decide. You got to make a decision that you're going to stop making excuses and reasons for not doing your best, for being the best. Because, guys, things can change in a moment. In a moment, it can happen. And the last thing you want to feel is that you had opportunities and you missed them. Your parents have you here training with me. You're in a very, very powerful and fortunate situation. You need to take advantage of it. Don't waste it. Don't squander it. Because there are no excuses. There are none. None. None that anybody's going to care about. You may feel good saying them to yourself, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to hear it. Take responsibility for yourself, for the choices that you make. Be excellent no matter what anybody else is doing. No matter what anybody in your class is doing, in your group, doesn't matter. Be excellent. Or don't. But whatever you do, it ain't your mama's fault, ain't your daddy's fault, ain't grandma, grandpa, ain't got nothing to do with slavery, ain't got nothing to do with the white man, the black man, the Chinese man, the Arab man. No, sir, no, ma'am. You choose, you decide. And when you decide, nothing can stop you. No excuses. When it comes to training, you guys, you know, I feel even myself with our training that I'm changing. Because a lot of the stuff that I would have looked at maybe 2-3 years ago and thought, okay, all right. No! Because I don't want you to think going out of here that you have excuses. Well, it's okay if I didn't block correctly. No, it's not. It's all right, I went up to the bag and I pee-patted. No! Because a threat on the street to you takes none of that stuff into consideration. No excuses. No excuses. Say it. No excuses. No excuses. There are none. Everybody set up? Sir. Okay, we have belt testing tomorrow. 9:30 for our white belts. 10:30 for yellow and above. And then Monday we have belt ceremony at 6 p.m. and then we'll have a class at 6:30. So if you're scheduled to come to class on Monday or you're not scheduled, it's okay. If you want to come to class, come 6:30, train with us. Excuse me, we're going to have class. All right?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic job, guys. I consider it an honor to be your instructor. I take it seriously. It's serious business. You know, we're in a serious world. Things around us that are happening are serious. People aren't playing. You have people doing senseless things. I mean, I'm sorry, senseless violence that takes place. Senseless. So we have to be prepared for the senseless behavior of others. Nobody will necessarily told Olivia earlier, had her doing her pattern, our speed drill, thought about how attractive it was when she did it, but who cares? I watched a video today where I saw 3 boys beat the daylights out of this girl to take her iPhone. 3 boys beat up a girl, beat her to take her iPhone. When I was growing up, if you did something like that, man, it was like, what? Come on, man. Dude, you serious? 3 dudes jumped a girl to take her iPhone. And of course, I saw it on, video, Facebook, because everybody's videotaping everything. But listen to me. No excuses. This is serious business. Make the most of the opportunity that you have so you have no regrets later. All right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Jordan in class, please.
Sir, Chuck.
Pill.